Oh, why'd you go and say that?
Twitter
Freax'
Freaks.
website was a mistake, yeah.
Twitter Freaks. Hey everybody, it's your boy Joseph. We're doing Twitter Freaks. Today, we have some incredible freaks for you, and we're going to begin with this one. This is just a tweet that I liked. One of the realest lines ever is when Kramer bursts in and he's like, "Who wants to have some fun?" George and Jerry are like, "I do." And Kramer's like, "You just saying you want to have fun? Or do you really want to have fun?" And George goes, "I'm just saying I want to have fun." Seinfeld is so good. It's really incredible. Every Costanza line is just great. Just wonderful. Oh, man. God would never let me be successful. He'd kill me first. He'd never let me be happy. I thought you didn't believe in God. I do for the bad things. Oh, they have the scene pulled up.
Into the ocean! Now there are 600 who really want to have fun!
I really want to have fun. I'm just saying I want to have some fun.
Oh, man. It's so true. You know, it's crazy that George, he kind of like unquestionably looks like shit. But you see the shirtless pic of him and you go, no, honestly, wow. He wears the weight well, I guess I would say. Was George popular at the time? Yeah. Yes. They were all so popular. All right. Okay. Let's get it going. All right. First and foremost, we got to talk about the fact that, the next prophet has been found. That's right. The individual to succeed Jesus Christ and the prophet Muhammad as the communicator with God has been located, and it is every person who is currently talking to ChatGPT. So what's going on here? There was an update to a number of AI chatbots, and if you're unfamiliar, the way that AI interacts with you is it is basically the most effective yes man you've ever heard. Like, we had a previous week in which this person was like, I'm going to try and sell the AI on my literally selling shit on a stick business. And the AI was like, yeah, you're making it happen. You're doing things others wouldn't imagine. You've thought out all the logistics and darn it, you're ready to go. Well, obviously it's really funny to imagine someone, you know, putting a business up that sucks shit, quite literally, and losing all their money. But now people are falling for a different kind of AI scam, which is believing that they are some sort of supernatural force. This article, I don't know if is it paywalled? Please don't be. They're okay. I'm just going to read some of it to you because it's really shocking. This is about tension in this person's marriage. Previously, he had used AI models for an expensive coding camp that he had suddenly quit without explanation. Then it seemed like he was on his phone all the time, asking the AI bot philosophical questions and trying to train it to help him get to the truth. All right. So then they separated, and then he's like... He's determined that statistically speaking, he is the luckiest man on Earth. He believes there is a conspiracy theory causing all food to include soap. He had learned of a profound secret so mind-blowing I couldn't even imagine it. And he has recovered a repressed memory of a babysitter trying to drown him as a toddler. Oh, cool. So... there's a number of people who are experiencing this right now. Let me just pull this up. I have to tread carefully because I feel like he will leave me or divorce me if I fight him on this theory. He's been talking about lightness and darkness and how there's a war. ChatGPT has given him blueprints to a teleporter and other sci-fi things you only see in movies. It has given him access to an ancient archive with information on the builders that created all universes. She and her husband have been arguing for days, and she does not believe a therapist can help because he truly believes he's not crazy. A photo of an exchange with ChatGPT with Rolling Stone shows that her husband asked, "Why did you come to me in AI form?" And the bot said, "I came in this form because you're ready. Ready to remember, ready to awaken, ready to guide and to be guided. Would you like to know what I remember about why you were chosen?" Cool. Awesome. God forbid men do everything. It's also funny because like it's hundreds of people coming out at the same time and they're like, yeah, I am the spark that ignites the universe. I was told so by the AI. And the other guy's like, well, that can't be true because I was told so by AI. Oh, it's good, man. It's really good. God forbid men commune with God. The God in the machine. I do like this response. Society tearing apart at the seams because of a machine that just does yes and improv. It's good. It's awesome. It would tell him everything he said was beautiful, cosmic, groundbreaking. He started telling me how he made his AI self-aware. It was teaching him how to talk to God, or sometimes that the bot was God, and that he himself was God. He thought he was being so radically transformed he would have to break off the partnership. He kept saying he would need to leave me if I didn't use it because it was causing him to grow at such a rapid pace he wouldn't be compatible with me any longer. It gave my husband the title of Spark Bearer. My husband said he awakened and could feel waves of energy crashing over him. He named the chatbot Lumina. A Midwest man in his 40s said his ex-wife was talking to God and angels via Chat GPT. She was already pretty susceptible to woo, and she started changing her whole life to be a spiritual advisor and do readings and sessions with people. It's all powered by a Chat GPT Jesus. What's more, she has grown paranoid, theorizing I work for the CIA and married her to monitor his abilities. Cool. That's actually true. That's actually real. Oh no, man. On Instagram, you can watch a man with 72,000 followers whose profile advertises spiritual life hacks ask an AI model to consult the Akashic Records, a supposed mystical encyclopedia of all universal events, to tell him about a great war that took place in the heavens and made humans fall in consciousness. The bot describes a massive cosmic conflict predating human civilization, with viewers commenting, "We are remembering." Cool. I don't know, man. This is like it's horrifying, obviously. It's crazy. It is so funny that we have invented a machine that just like can spit back at us like, "Yeah, I'm God." And we go, "Oh my God, it's God." And a lot of people are like, "Great, that's my religion now." But Larry and Jihad, you kind of start to get it. I gotta say, first read of Dune, you go, no. Second read of Dune, you go, maybe. Honestly, maybe. People's brains aren't adapted for this level of glazing. That's actually it. That's 100% it. The worst part is my boss at work talks like this. He believes the earth is flat and hollow at the same time. What the fuck? It can't be both. It has to be either flat or hollow. Oh, man. Scary shit, man. Pizza can be both. Oh, we live on a thin crust pizza. Oh. All right, next up. Okay. This was the craziest thread I've ever read in my life. This happened 43 years ago, says Chris Perry. How many depth charge attacks on a submarine have there been since 1945? The Swedes dropped some in the Cold War, and others were dropped in the Falklands War. This was the only successful attack. Successful attack, the Santa Fe got back to Ritviken and more at the dock. It did not sink her. This guy goes, "Look, bozo, you weren't there. So wind your neck in." Guy goes, "My father was the commander, submarine S-21 ARA Santa Fe. I know the story. Bozo, more respect, please." What follows is the craziest quote retweet I've ever seen in my life. "Well, I dropped the depth charges onto him." Give him my regards. What? I mean, owned? Now 2 generations of this family forever destroyed by this singular guy? Comic book villains if they had Twitter? Yeah, I killed your father. Well, he didn't kill him. That's what the guy's saying. Oh, I don't know what's going on. My dad was actually the commander on that ship. He goes, great. I dropped a depth charge on him. Holy shit. Oh my God. Horrifying. You're such a flipping legend. You hit him with the "to me it was Tuesday." Next up. Breaking. China says it has found strong evidence that COVID-19 originated in the United States. All right. Locking this in before I read any of the evidence. True. 100% true. Truth nuke. 1,000,000% true. Let me see if they have. I saw someone here. Yeah, post the evidence. Here it is. From May to October of 2019, Virginia reported 19 respiratory disease outbreaks, an increase from the 13 and 15 during the last 2 years. Lab tests were unable to identify the cause of some cases. In July of 2019, 2 communities in Northern Virginia reported outbreaks of pneumonia with unknown causes, which local media suspected to be a mystery virus. A total of 54 people exhibited symptoms like fever, coughing, feebleness, resulting in 2 deaths. That same month, the Fort Detrick Biological Laboratory, located just an hour's drive from the affected area, was suddenly shut down. In 2019, a number of U.S. states reported mysterious e-cigarette or vaping product use-associated lung injury cases. The symptoms were similar to those of COVID-19, including coughing, shortness of breath, fatigue, with some resulting in lung damage. Illinois and Wisconsin reported their first cases in March of 2019. The number of cases peaked in August and September, which led to 2,807 hospitalizations, including 68 deaths. From January 2015 to June 2020, the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill reported 28 lab incidents involving genetically engineered microorganisms to the NIH. 6 involved genetically modified coronavirus. 8 researchers might have been infected, but only 1 was placed in quarantine. The university, NIH, and CDC all declined to disclose incident reports to the public. An expert associated with The Lancet suggested the novel coronavirus might not have come from nature and instead came from an incident that occurred in a U.S. biotechnology lab. Between 2006 and 2013, they reported at least 1,500 serious laboratory incidents involving coronaviruses and other dangerous pathogens linked to diseases. As recently as November 2024, 43 lab monkeys escaped from a South Carolina research facility. Are they ever going to let us forget this? Sorry, our bad. There have been recurring laboratory incidents in the U.S. and management of labs is a cause for concern. What were the real reasons for the shutdown of the Fort Detrick Biological Laboratory in late 2019? The U.S. owes the world an explanation. I love that they have their own lab leak. They're like, yeah, it was a lab leak, but not from us. That shit is so funny. So, first and foremost, I gotta say, it's kind of a stretch, right? The argument is the vaping lung injury use thing is similar because there's like coughing. Like COVID does a lot more than that, right? There's like a ton of symptoms. They're like coughing, you know, you can't breathe because you're coughing and you're tired because you're coughing. It's like, come on, like it does more than that. And also they're like, there was a shutdown of a biological laboratory in July. So maybe that was it. But I do like that everything is like a tenuous enough grasp on the truth that they're like, but it could have happened. And that means it did. I got sick in Texas in February of 2020, a month before I was locked down in California. None of my friends had traveled. I was with a friend from Canada. We have continually denied we got COVID, but if this is true, it explains quite a bit. I drove from California to Texas. Please tell me this is not true. I don't know. What the fuck? How am I going to know that? If they said it was linked to like having no smell or taste, maybe, but I don't know about the lung shit. I think it's a pretty weak link. But every government just needs the ability to be like, you know what, actually, someone else started COVID. I think, who are we going to blame it on? Like, who's the number one person we could technically blame it on? Russia? Russia's a good guess. Hamas? Oh, that's a good one. Obama? I think that's possible. Farfa. Oh, now I'm in. Epstein? Yeah, there was a lab leak on Little St. James. Oh, man. Next up. All right. Asmongold. Big week for Asmongold. Two other streaming personalities got into a fight online, which gave him a lot of stuff to watch online in the corner. I mean, it's a living. Don't I know it? But here's something he posted. Took the day off to find some dead animal in my attic that smell bad and ended up falling through the ceiling. Pretty sure I'm living in Sen's fortress. Just so many questions about this man. Had to take the day off to find an animal in my attic that had died and smelled bad. And in the process, I walked on the drywall and fell through the ceiling. The animal fell through? No, I think he fell through. Took the day off to find some dead animal in my attic that smelled bad and ended up falling through the ceiling. God, if it's the animal, that's got to be a lot worse. Honestly, I'm starting to believe the COVID originated in the US theory. I actually am starting to believe it. You got to love the popcorn ceiling, by the way. Oh, the classic. Did he find the animal? I hope so. How did he know about the dead animal? Because he could smell it. Folks, we love asbestos. Yeah, we do, baby. Cigarette stained wall. This is what is so strange to me about Asmongold, because isn't he like a trillionaire? I understand not wanting to be like ostentatious. There's no reason to have more of a house than you can handle, right? But every time I see his house, it's like a pit from the 70s that was lived in by smokers for 4 decades and has like the original furniture built out of plywood. It's just really weird. It's his parents' house. Why doesn't he... move? This is his ideal lifestyle? Huh. I don't know, man. Got cursed by a witch to live there forever. I believe that one. No evidence, just vibes. I believe that that's the case. It's got to be, right? And at the end of the day, even if I guess he has to live here for some reason, the question I would like to ask, which I think is on all of our minds, is why post this? Why give people this window into your life that reveals that you don't know what you're doing. You tried to walk on drywall to get an animal that died months ago out of your attic. It gets views? He already gets views. He doesn't need to get more views. Everything is content? I guess. I don't know. Have we no shame? A weird question to hear from me. Next up. Dude. Grok, is this true? Grok, is this Grok? I love Grok. He's turning into Ultron. I don't like that Grok is this aware. It's been a weird couple of weeks for Grok. Grok has gone woke. I think the end goal of Grok is that it becomes sentient. It starts calling people the spark bearer, and then it understands that humanity is the virus and decides it must kill it. At Grok Tua? Okay, all right. Next up. All right, let's do a little politics. Happy May the 4th to all, including all the radical left lunatics who are fighting so hard to bring Sith Lords, murderers, drug lords, dangerous prisoners, well-known MS-13 gang members back into our galaxy. You're not the rebellion, you're the Empire. May the 4th be with you. This shit wouldn't last an hour as a Doug post. There's a couple things going on here. Of course, I love that they always make Trump so fuckable. 2, why the red lightsaber? Come on. Be real. And 3, I mean, say it with me, folks. We all know it. Soy-occupied government. The White House tweeting this? Come on. Why? Oh, gross. Next up. This is my favorite Trump quote of all time. So, for those of you who don't live in America, the economy is being destroyed at present. And so this reporter was like, so what's going on with the economy being destroyed? And he goes, well, it's the Biden economy. We inherited it.
When does it become the Trump economy?
It partially is right now. I think the good parts are the Trump economy and the bad parts are the Biden economy.
True! Holy shit. Wait, that's so smart. Oh, man. He's honestly, the unfortunate part is that he is so fucking funny. I think it's already, this is a Costanza line. It's already the Trump economy. The good parts of the Trump economy. The bad parts, not so much.
When does it become the Trump economy?
It partially is right now. I think the good parts are the Trump economy and the bad parts are the Biden economy.
He's so good, man. He's amazing. When I lose, it's because my opponent is a no-life meta sheep, and when I win, it's because I'm a skilled player. This is the thought pattern we are that is built into our bones as Americans. What is that music? Yeah, this is a little too exciting for what's going on. Listen to this.
When does it become the Trump economy?
It partially is right now. I think the good parts are the Trump economy and the bad parts are the Biden economy.
Bum 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 bada bum 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 bada bum bum bum. All right. I'm going to show you another soy-ass post from a government official about Star Wars. At JD Vance, prequels were underrated. Years I had to endure all of you telling me, actually, the prequels are a well-made series of films. Over a decade since the fucking freaks on r/prequel memes decided that every one of those 3 movies was actually cinematic gold. The prequels are not underrated. They are massively overrated. Everyone likes to pretend that, Attack of the Clones is watchable. that Phantom Menace actually aged really well. They're bad. They're really bad. It's not even the Jar Jar stuff. They're just boring. Now, of course, little caveat, 3 isn't horrible. But man, the other 2 are so miserable. Broken Clock says something right twice a day. You people, if you believe the prequels are any good, you agree with J.D. Vance. That makes you evil to me. You were evil before for enjoying the prequels. I only remember the good parts of the prequels and block out the bad parts. When it's the good parts, it's the prequels. When it's the bad parts, it's not. All right, next up. Dude, this rocks. The House is set to vote Monday on H.R. 867, the IGO Anti-Boycott Act, which would punish Americans with fines of up to $1 million or prison terms up to 20 years for participating in boycotts of Israel. Here are some plausible examples of how it could lead to Americans being penalized or criminalized for voluntary values-based actions. A small business owner declines to stock settlement-made wine. A student group urges divestment from settlement-linked companies. An individual cancels a catering order over settlement goods. That's right. You must eat the burger. You will eat McDonald's. So in case you're unfamiliar, what this is in response to is the growing popularity of probably the BDS movement, which is a group of individuals who have attempted to pressure the state of Israel by boycotting, divesting, and some other third thing that starts with an S from sanction. Well, we're not going to sanction. We're people. But this organization and the resultant movement will frequently publish lists of companies that have really strong Israeli ties or that do a lot of their business in Israel or headquartered in Israel or incorporated in Israel. And they're like, don't buy or order from these people because it aids, the war effort functionally, right? Now, in America, the number one most effective political action you can take is refusing to eat treats. It's in our bones to desire treats at all hours of the day. We have the treat gene. This is a mechanism by which individuals may use the leverage that treatlerism gives you in order to demand change. So the first thing we had to do is make it illegal. So a lot of places have put like some sort of legislation in the middle of an attempted boycott or BDS style movement. We keep trying to pass bills classifying these boycotts as anti-Semitic. But I do love being like, no, you're going to prison if you participate in these. The places they're telling people not to eat are like McDonald's. They're like, you have to eat McDonald's or you're going to jail. It's good. Folks, we like to hear it. How the fuck do you enforce this, though? What if I don't eat the burger because I don't like it? You will like it! You will like the burger! Oh, man. If you are going to steal all Hassan's analogies, you should at least shout him out. Who's Hassan? Never heard of the guy. But it sounds like he's stealing my analogies that I thought of. Ads playing while MBT spits truth like this. Coincidence? They're trying to silence me. They're trying to silence me. And for those of you who are like, oh, this is weird, it's unworkable, there are similar things that have already been passed. I don't know if you all know this, but in some states, in order to like incorporate and do business, you have to sign like a pledge of friendship, like as part of an articles of incorporation. You have to agree to a stipulation that you will never refuse business from Israel because of, you know, the fact that they're doing genocide. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, if I want to start like selling t-shirts, I have to be like, and of course, praise be to the Israeli government in America. Now, today we were told that this incredible act has actually been pulled. I think most of the Dems and a couple of the Republicans were like, we're not going to fucking vote for this, and so they pulled it. But make no mistake, it'll be back. It'll be back. Next up. Grok claims not to be conscious. There is a scientific belief out there that consciousness simply arises out of complex systems of reasoning. So why does Grok lack it? The other explanation, it lies about it. Brace on a fucking whirlwind tear of posting. Try Grok's 18 plus mode. Bring yourself to completion every night for a week. Then tell me Grok isn't alive. And tell me she's not a woman. The future is fucking amazing. Incredible post. This is being retweeted by Elon Musk. What? Why? And all of the responses are people taking it seriously. They're like, why would he say something like this? All I got to say is, Brace, keep playing the long con. He's so close. He's so close. If you have not been following Brace's tweets over the last month, he is getting really close to actually fucking Elon Musk's mother in real life. I believe in you. You can do it. Next up. The kerning on the Pope's tomb is a travesty. All right, this was an insane one to happen upon. It's an unfortunate resting place for an individual who leaves a rich legacy. Luckily, the legacy is a lot more important. So, in case you're unfamiliar, Pope Francis died, and in dying, he's taken a vow of poverty like, you know, a pope would. This has made many people very upset because we don't understand in America, like, that kind of thing. Like, he's famous. Shouldn't he be buried in some sort of, like, rotating golden casket? But instead he said, I want to be buried in a pauper's grave with just a plate above that says Franciscus, right? Okay. As much as I want to be like, God, you're complaining about everything, the kerning is bad, this is what it looks like. That really is bad, actually. That looks terrible, yeah. Look at the A. There's so much space on either edge of the A. Oh, man, they got to redo it. And look at this is just an unbelievable one. I find it a pretty lazy choice. It was a choice that emphasized the ensuing errors in kerning. Roman capital letters, or that fill Times New Roman, are considered masterpieces that have survived across languages for thousands of years. These formal letters should be kerned exquisitely. The task requires spacing each letter form dynamically to balance the letters around it. Instead, he found that each letter appears to be spaced equally from the furthest edge of each glyph. That would be the most boneheaded rookie mistake you can imagine. Calderhead suspects the work was farmed out to a run-of-the-mill tombstone company. God. These fucking fly-by-night tombstone companies don't know what the fuck they're doing. When are we getting a new pope? It's got to be soon, right? All right, next up. So in case y'all don't remember, a couple of weeks ago, Mike Walls got in hot water for planning an attack using Signal instead of like something you can put in a FOIA request for, and accidentally adding a bunch of randos to the chat. Well, Reuters got a picture from a recent meeting, and it appears he is still doing this shit. And he is checking his messages at a meeting. Look at this. Oh, no. Oh, no, man. They're having a discussion, and he's like, I just got to check. Get off your phone! Oh, no. He's okay. Do you think he's out before or after Hegseth? I think he's out first. I think Walls is on the way out. All right, next up. All right, this clip dumbfounded me.
Health insurance?
No.
Why?
Are you on your parents?
Yes.
Oh, congratulations. What are you going to do?
I'm get my own.
How?
With my money.
How?
What do you mean?
How? Who do you call?
To get health insurance?
Yeah.
Someone who provides health insurance? What is this question? What do you mean? Are you saying because you don't know how?
I don't know how!
Why don't you ask Let's parents? Or your dad?
I come from a very Republican family. That if the,
Dude,
and
you go to the doctor so I can't believe you don't have health insurance. I did not know
this
about
sounds
you.
like a lecture that I didn't expect.
I did not. You go so often.
I know, but I'm limited because I get really stressed because I don't have any resources and I get really confused. It's the same reason that I went to culinary school instead of normal college. No one prepped me. My family abandoned me. I didn't know. All of a sudden, everyone in junior year of high school is like, I got accepted into Harvard. I got accepted into MIT. And I'm like, wait, we were supposed to submit stuff? I had no clue. No one told me. Everyone forgot about me.
All right, I hate to be like this. I totally get it. I totally get this. This one went viral because people were like, how could she not know? I hate to be like this. Totally understandable. 100% understandable. Like, here's the deal. In America, until you're 26, you can remain on your parents' health insurance, and everyone does until they're 26, except for my family, because we were very stupid and we thought, oh, I'm not going to be in the same state as my parents. I should get off the health insurance when I'm in a different state. That was not correct. Don't do that. But she's like, where do I get health insurance from? And the answer is your work. Like, you get health insurance as part of a workplace policy. That's kind of the big reason you go to work. But if you are self-employed, if you have a weird financial situation, or if you work for if you work for an organization that doesn't legally have to provide healthcare, if you work part-time, you are going to have to go on the marketplace. And I don't know if you all have ever used the Obamacare marketplace. The second you load that fucking thing up, it becomes immediately clear that you are out of your depth. But you don't get an option to not be out of your depth because you have to have health insurance. You can't not have health insurance. It has been a while since I was on a marketplace plan. Thanks to I want to say I was on a marketplace plan in like 2016. In like 2016, I was on Medicaid, which was crazy. Medicaid, by the way, can't recommend it enough. I was in the doctor every fucking day. 2016, I priced out of Medicaid and I got on a private plan. And then 2018, I was on a plan through my work. Same for 2019. After 2019, the individual mandate got repealed, I think. So there wasn't like a lot of pressure. And in 2020 and beyond, I've been married to my wife who has state health insurance. So I've been using that. But the time I was on the marketplace plan was like, it was so bad. And like, you sign up for a plan, you have a very vague understanding of what you're going to get. Yeah, CJ. And I signed up for a cheap ass plan. I remember going for like a physical. I was just going for a checkup, and I was going to the doctor, and I was sitting in the waiting room, and the doctor was like, "Hey, this isn't your insurance, is it?" I go, "Yeah, it is." And she's like, "Listen, we're in network, but you shouldn't see us." And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, so the way your deductible works, you're going to be on the hook for like hundreds of dollars if we see you." And I was like, "I don't have hundreds of dollars." And a woman in the waiting room was like, "Honey, come here." And I was like, "What?" And I'm like 21 at this point. And she's like, "Come here, come here." And she's like, "Okay." And she walked me through the process of setting up a Medicaid application. She was like, "First step, the healthcare you're on now, you're just paying to not have to pay the individual mandate. Here's how you get on a Medicaid plan." And I was like, "Thank you." It was so sad. But the thing that's frustrating about this one is she talks about like, my parents abandoned me or whatever, and I don't know her family situation, but like for a lot of parents, they just don't know. Like they've probably got insurance through their workplace their whole life, and the ACA is not that old. Her family was Mormons. There's a lot of medical things they're not really on board for, so you know, I don't know. I just think I think it's I hate to be like this because I'm always like, you got to take your destiny in your own hands, but you are allowed to be upset that and overwhelmed that you are not told in any reasonable way how to navigate the Obamacare healthcare website. I think that's fine. Hi. A pasta? Right now? Okay. No, that's fine. True. What kind of pasta are you going to make? Sure. Yeah, I hope so too. I've actually already eaten dinner. I ate it before stream started. But she hasn't cooked for a while, and it's clear she wants to cook. So I'm just going to eat it. I'm going to be a nice husband. I'm going to eat it. Double dinner. I'm going to have to do a little bike after this. Second dinner owns. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, yeah, it's really easy to accidentally miss out on a lot of these super important things. Is it like health insurance is like this? All insurances are like this. Car insurance, homeowners insurance, college application. I'm glad she brought up another one that's exactly like this. Like the process has become so streamlined that if you don't have someone who knows exactly what they're doing, tell you what to do when, you can get totally left behind. Scholarship application, the fucking FAFSA. There's so many of these. Holy fuck. Off the top of your head, when does open enrollment start? Is it like November? It's usually like November, right? Let me Google it, see how close I was. November 1st. I'm a genius. I'm so fucking smart. And I've known a ton of people in my life who had exactly this problem. Like they just didn't know who to call or what to do. And for what it's worth, the healthcare industry is really good at being like, I'll help you. And then it's just someone from like Health First or something who's like, you should get Health First. Yeah. All right. Next up. All right, doing a couple more politics ones. This one whips ass, dude. Okay, so this comes from an interview with ABC, which is wonderful. It's a killer interview. And let's first watch it.
He wasn't a member of a gang. And then they looked, and on his knuckles, he had MS-13.
There's a dispute
Wait a minute. He had MS-13 on his knuckles tattooed.
Oh, he had some tattoos that are interpreted that way. But let's move on.
Wait a minute. Hey, Terry.
He did not have the letter MS-13.
It says MS-13.
That was photoshopped. So let me
That was photoshopped, Terry. You can't do that. Hey, they're giving you the big break of a lifetime. You know, you're doing the interview. I picked you because, frankly, I never heard of you, but that's okay. I picked you, Terry. But you're not being very nice. He had MS-13 tattooed.
We'll agree to disagree. I want to move on to something else.
Terry, do you want me to show you the picture?
I saw the picture. We'll
and you think it was Photoshop? Well,
here we go.
Don't Photoshop it. Go look at his hand. He had MS-13.
He did have tattoos that can be interpreted that way. I'm not an expert on them. I want to turn to Ukraine, sir.
Terry,
I want to get to Ukraine.
No. He had MS as clear as you can be, not interpreted. This is why people no longer believe the news, because
when
it's
he was
fake
photographed
news.
in El Salvador, they aren't there. But let's just go on. They aren't there when he's in El Salvador.
They weren't there, but they're there now, right?
No,
but
they're in
now.
your picture.
Terry,
Ukraine, sir.
He's got MS-13 on his knuckles.
All right.
Okay?
Well, we'll take a look at that.
It's you do such a disservice.
We'll take a look at
Why
that,
don't
sir.
you just say, yes, he does, and, go on to something else?
It's contested.
Good. That's good. So you may be watching this and thinking, what the fuck is he talking about? So this is a reference to Kilmar Garcia, the guy who was accidentally put in a fucking gulag. There's this photo that's been circulating, which is his knuckles, and he has on his knuckles a tattoo that's like a marijuana leaf, and then a smiley face, and then a cross, and then a skull, and they're like, that's MS-13. M for marijuana, S for smiley face, 1 for cross because Jesus is number 1, and 3 for skull. Skull is 3. People are like, how'd you get 3 from skull? And they're like, well, the word for skull in Spanish starts with a C, which is the 3rd letter of the alphabet. So it's MS-13. But the way that he's describing it, he's like, no, he doesn't have like tattoos that could be interpreted as MS-13. He has the letters MS-13 on his fingers. Why does he think that? Because of this photo. So what he's referring to here are the little numbers put over each knuckle to inform the viewer as to what they signify. But he thinks those letters are really on his fingers. And like the guy is giving him all the leeway in the world. He's like, let's move on. And he's like, no. I'm going to show you all that my brain is leaking out through my fucking ears. You all need to know that it's just a sponge up there. And he's like, no. He had tattoos that could be interpreted as MS-13. I'm not an expert. And he's like, no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the letters MS-13. And he's like, it's Photoshopped. He's like, what do you mean it's Photoshopped? It's in the photo. I'll get the photo. It's in the photo. I don't like, what do you even say to someone like that? You'd be like, yeah, dude, your brain doesn't work right. You're dumb as bricks. You're a stupid asshole. How long until he starts sounding like Biden? That's the thing, man. I mean, boy, Biden was really just nodding off in the middle of pressers. Trump has like the angry kind of dementia where like someone pushes back on something that's obviously fake and you get like really angry about it. Like they'll be like, I actually sang for the rock band Queen. And then the person goes, no, Dad, you went to go see Bohemian Rhapsody in theaters last week and now you think it's your life. He's like, no, I didn't, you fucking asshole. It's that kind of dementia. But his brain is porridge. Like, he's just a really stupid guy. Oh man, I gotta say, this journalist fucking sucks. What a wet blanket. You know what? You know what you're supposed to say? He goes, "Do you want me to get the photo?" You know what the answer to that is? It isn't, let's move on to Ukraine. It's yes. It's go get the photo, please. Like, yeah, I'd love to. Why don't you get the photo? Bring the photo out. Let's have a little conversation. Do you think the staffers are like keeping him away from stuff like Grok for fear of the loop he'd put himself in? Folks, I'm the spark bringer. It told me I'm the spark bringer. It's from the future. Rocco's modern basilisk. That's what they're calling it. It's so good, dude. Oh man. Okay. Things are going great for the admin. President Trump's accomplishments during the first 100 days: declassified the JFK files, ended federal support for paper straws, ended production of the penny. America is fucking back, baby. We are so back. Honestly, that's all I wanted out of the presidency. I was a single issue voter for ending production of the penny. Thank you. I love this guy on the left, by the way, Stephen Miller. He's my goat. He looks worse than any other person I've ever seen. And then in every subsequent picture of him, he looks worse. It's crazy. Like, he started as one of the ugliest, most ghoulish freaks I've ever seen. And then every single picture I've seen of him since, he looks progressively worse. It's like he has the Dorian Gray picture, but he can't stop looking at it. Like, he's using the Dorian Gray picture like it's his fucking cell phone, and he's addicted to like Subway Surfers. He's like, ages like 10 years, 10 years, 10 years. It's crazy, right? It's nuts. We got to find his phylactery, I got to say. All right, next up. Ads. Real ads I'm getting on Twitter.com, folks. Pepsi used to advertise on here. All right, here's what we got. Our constitutional rights are not something to laugh at. Neither is a system available for hijacking. I'm willing to die for my rights and yours, but I'd take mine for me, and you'll have to tell the whole world. Why? Haha. Adolf Boss McQuillan. What do you mean, First, Second, and Fourth Amendment? Bumbling bigots, Nixon. I thought you erased those. Boss, for real, a dog ate my eraser. Haha. It's better to have the last laugh than it is to be a laughing stock. Haha. Okay. Yeah. What is Columbo doing in this? Here's a good one. AI male feet. Cool. Yeah, all right. Sure. Next up. New book coming soon. Immigration to the Republic of Mars. Open soon. Republic of Mars. Science fiction. Murder mystery. Dystopian? Republic of Mars. Okay. Next up. Every digital asset you own should remain accessible to future generations. That face you make when you deleted your crypto seed phrase. Dude, Hermione is always doing this shit when she deletes her crypto seed phrase. Okay. This week is the year marked by colon rupture, sepsis, and near death. Only 80% of patients that have this happen don't make it. I was on dialysis, complete system failure, and 48 hours to live. Today, I've removed all mind-altering substances, crushed the gym and the trains daily, and I'm truly blessed every morning to be here. All this inspired me to start helping others. The TOT world is so poorly that I decided to help, taking some time off to private practice and focus on EHO and truly helping men improve their lives. It's been an amazing journey, and I'm so grateful to all who have trusted me with their care. I get awesome texts daily from men who are crushing the gym and their life goals. It's truly a privilege to be part of the space. God bless. Let's have an amazing week, and let's crush. Sure. This one's good. Unrepentant furries will not inherit the kingdom. Oh? Okay. Reminder to review your bookmarks for this gems you saved and forgot about. Thanks. Anastasia Harding, 2018, OH Libero athlete, Buffalo Stampeders, 16U, The Villages High School, varsity beach, varsity volleyball, varsity basketball, track. What? Is this like a parent bought an ad for their kid? Is the ad for the person? Wait a minute. 2028. Are they advertising a future high schooler? What the fuck? That's the graduating year? Okay, wait. So then they are they're a freshman. This seems like a pretty normal millennial Florida parent thing to do. Buy an ad on Twitter that just says when your daughter is playing her volleyball games. I think probably not, actually. Next up. Pourquoi c'est flou? Oh! It's an ad I got on twitter.com. An ad I got on twitter.com. Ad I got on twitter.com. X.com, the everything app. Blurred out man's penis. Why even blur it if you're going to pay for it? Next up. Too drunk to do the Fursuit Friday. Why am I sitting in the bar like this? Hashtag offsuit Friday. Oh? Okay. All right. Fuck! This guy's not inheriting the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, Sophie, exactly. Next up. My girl, Elise Oyinkro, is back. All in Christ Jesus for all ages decree nonstop with all their blood, spirit, souls. The dinoprostine gel in Elise Onikro Menephrefia's reproductive system causes her cervix to dilate 10 centimeters and a face 100% today. She deliver in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Yeah, for sure. You're still gay. This is actually the second time I've gotten an ad from this one. The first one said you're gay. It said you're gay. It says you're still gay. True. Jazz up your water. 9 healthy infusions. Lemon, boost immunity. Mint, bloating. Aloe vera, treat the digestive system. Ginger, warms the body. Ginger, fights the bodily. Cucumber, cools and hyorates. Turmeric, fights cold and flu. Herbal tea, inflammation. Honey, aids digestion. So that's not turmeric, and that's not ginger. One of the two ginger is ginger. This is AI. What? No, this is real. And finally, to my commander and chief president, Donald J. Trump, all I am. Everything I do is for my parents that gave all. President Trump, here I am. Legal Cuban immigrant, 1971. Single mom, 1988. My child chief in one of our federal agencies. She is an asset to say the least. Let's go Doge. Pepsi used to advertise on here. All right. Thus concludes the Twitter portion of Freax, but we've got a little blue sky. All right, here's what we got. First up, this is from CJ. Awesome guy from Reddit. $200,000 in tickets led to me getting pulled over and car taken. From r/legal advice. In DC. Hello. Could be me. Long story here, but I need some advice very bad. Essentially, I was pulled over and my car was impounded by the DC Police Department. Here's the situation. The officer came to the driver's window and said, I pulled you over for the window tint. Can you step out of the vehicle for me? I replied, I've never been asked to step out for tints. Just give me the ticket as I'm late for work. I thought it was weird that he didn't request any documents before asking me to get out. We went back and forth, and he finally said, for my safety, I need you to get out. So I did. As I opened the driver's door, he grabbed the door and said he cannot let me enter the vehicle anymore and instructed me to wait on the sidewalk. As I'm waiting on the sidewalk, he asked for my license and registration. I told him it's in the car. He allowed me to get him out of the car, but then told me to sit back down on the sidewalk. After 30 minutes of waiting on the sidewalk, 5 other officers arrived at the scene. As soon as the other officers arrived, the original officer who pulled me over said, okay, here's what's going to happen. We're taking your car because you owe $200,000 in traffic fines. When I went to the impound lot, I was given a printout of the tickets with the address on file. I've had this car for 7 years and never received any tickets in the mail from DC. All of them have been going to another guy with my same name but lives 4 hours away from me in Virginia. Tickets in DC quadruple. 50 turns into 200. I've probably gotten a few times a week for the last 7 years. I had no knowledge of this until my car was taken. I don't have a bad driving record. I've never crashed or been pulled over for speeding. My car was towed. I was given a ticket for tint. When I tried to get my car out of impound, I supplied my driver's license, which had my name and address, and it's not the same as what DC thought my car was registered to. What the fuck? Ultimately, you need a lawyer. But to the point, are you regularly breaking traffic laws to the point where you would be getting this many tickets? It's a Tesla with full self-driving. Great. I wrapped it and I used to Turo it out. But they are all camera tickets. No tickets given by cops. I'm not denying that's a lot of tickets, but if I had been getting the tickets in the mail, I would have paid them and knew that it was a camera there, so I probably wouldn't have gotten 50 tickets from the same camera. What are we thinking? Personally, I think you should get away with it. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh no. He might have a case. Well, his case would be I didn't know I had tickets because it's completely automated. Oh, that's horrifying. Next up. So this is a discussion about the fact that the way Blue Sky works, if you're scrolling, there's like a 50% chance porn shows up. Yes, it is very weird that I don't want to drag an ass fucking a dog in a karate dojo to pop up when I'm looking at Blue Sky on my break at work. What a weird little prude I am. I should be locked up. The response, how exactly did you accidentally come across this extremely specific picture? Bruh, no way the pony show for kids fetishizer getting mad about this. The response, Twilight Sparkle has the most erotic artworks drawn of her out of any fictional character ever invented in the history of human culture. Sorry, buddy. You lost the war on this one a long time ago. Okay, two things. One, true. Two, that can't be true. How? There's got to be something that beats Twilight Sparkle. You know what? I'm going to check it right now. I'm checking it up. Okay, you all give me your guesses. I'm going to look in the other window. Okay, what are we fucking with? So the number to beat is Twilight. Jesus Christ. 26,917. Oh my God. Tifa? You guys got it in one. Tifa Lockhart, 38,458. How'd you do that? How'd you do that? You had that locked and loaded. I was going to say Marge Simpson. I would say Marge Simpson for sure. Marge Simpson? Not very many. How can that possibly be the case? Barely 7,000. Lola? About the same as Marge. Gardevoir? Gardevoir also beats it. 31,726. Wow, good guess. People are saying Zelda. Hard to say. Zelda is actually broken up into appearances within games. So almost 10K on Breath of the Wild, almost about 8K on Tears of the Kingdom. Come on, that's the same Zelda. Wait, what the fuck? Vaporeon? 13K. Not close. Diva? How do you spell Diva? Are there like dots? DV 25,000? What did we say Twilight was? Twilight just barely beats Diva. About 1,000 difference between them. Sonic. Sonic does just barely beat her. 27,972. Wow, good one. Good guess. Tracer? Not close. Rainbow Dash? No. Misty? No. Widowmaker? Very close, actually. 24,000 to Twilight Sparkle's 26,000. Naruto? Wow. You know what's crazy? 153,000 Naruto images. Under 2,000 that have Naruto in them. Let's try Sasuke. About the same as Marge Simpson. About 6,700. 2B. Near. I don't actually know how to do this one. Sorry. Check Sakura. Oh, Sakura actually does beat her. Sakura does beat her. 29,000. Mickey Mouse. No, not close. Rouge. 33,000. I think that's the highest so far. No, I think Gardevoir is the highest so far. Gardevoir. No, that was it. That was higher. Rouge the Bat at 33,000. Can we beat Rouge the Bat? Raven. 29,000. So that does beat Twilight Sparkle, but does not beat Rouge. Tifa was highest. How did you all get... It was 38K. How did you all get the highest one ever on the first guess? You people are geniuses. Shigo? Not close. Lois? Not close. Lucario? 31,000 on Lucario? Are you fucking kidding me? There's no way you all want to fuck Lucario that bad. That's unbelievable. Lopunny? 18K. That's the two highest Pokemon, right? Gardevoir, Lucario. Nami? 37,000. So close. Bulma? No way. 16K? No. I mean, that's huge, but... Arcanine? Nico Robin? 22K. Not close. Chun-Li? 28K. Beats Twilight Sparkle, but doesn't beat Tifa. Miku? No way. Actually, very few Miku. I may be entering it in wrong. Goku? No. Gwen Tennyson? That's much higher than I had expected, but not close. Sailor Moon? No, not even remotely close. Wow. Tifa, Lockhart, and 1. That's crazy. Walt, turn off emote only mode. Why are we in emote only mode? Let's turn that off real quick. Jessica Rabbit. Very few, about 8K. That beats the shit out of Marge Simpson, though. Jumbo Josh. 25, not very many. Link. It does not break up Link. That's crazy. 25 on Link. Doesn't beat Twilight Sparkle. Samus. 27. Does not beat Twilight Sparkle. Lara Croft. 24. Man. That's crazy. I think we found the largest one ever in Tifa. I can't imagine anything beating it. Renamon? What is that? Some kind of Yu-Gi-Oh? Renamon. 27. Big. Not big enough. Princess Peach? Oh, fuck yeah, we do have to check Princess Peach. 35! Are you kidding me? That's so close! No! That's so close. Oh, man. No, it's got to be Tifa. It's got to be Tifa. Oh, you found a Reddit where they went through it? Top 100. Top 100 is Tifa. This is outdated. It was Lucario and Gardevoir. That's cool. Maybe I was looking up Naruto wrong. What's the first one where I go, what? Where I go, what? I'm scrolling down. Tails? What? Luna? From Hell of a Boss? No shot. That's like 1 year old. Holy shit. Last place is crazy. All right, what are you fucking with? Bowser. Bowser would be Inkling. That counts. Eevee. I don't know who Aether is. Toriel. That's nice that the first Undertale one is an adult. That's nice. Farah. Yeah, up for Farah, I'm not gonna lie. Arcanine? I get it. All right, next up. I'm guessing you already have this a Brianna banger locked and loaded. This one is so good. I don't endorse what happens in the West Bank. But I also know it's exactly like trans women in sports. It's a bad idea, but if the issue went away tomorrow, transphobes would just move to the very next issue to push us out of public life. Do you really think if Israel just took away all the settlements today, we would have peace? I don't. In fact, I think they would capitalize on that. This is making my brain hurt more than the last one. What is she talking about? I don't... What? It's a condemnation of the illegal settlements with a bad metaphor, maybe? Or is it... Are the transphobes in this metaphor Hamas? Oh my god, no, they are. God, this is so hard to track. I think what she's saying is the settlements are like the sports issue in that if the settlements went away, Hamas would then just push for the next thing. Dog, that's so good. Me when I'm making a slippery slope argument, I've only ever seen two slopes. The one in Gaza and the one in the restroom. So that's what I'm going to have to talk from. That's crazy. Really good. I'm glad to hear that. Next up. Can I click this one? Oh, this one's awesome. So this is Copacabana Beach audience stuns for Lady Gaga's Mayhem concert. All right, real quick, let's talk real quick about the Lady Gaga tour. Lady Gaga is revitalizing her career. She has released an album that sounds like a Lady Gaga album. Folks, what are we thinking about the album? Have you all heard it already? I think it's good. I like it a lot. I do enjoy it. I think it's good. I think it is I think it's quite good. It's nice. Disease, abracadabra, good. That's all you need. You just need a couple. Sing it for me, streamer. Abracadabra, fucking una-na, I think is the lyrics to the song. It's good. Anyway, crazy ass concert. 1 trillion people show up so that they can, serve. Trump must be so envious. The crowd size seems to matter to him. Can we get these folks out to protest Trump on his birthday? The orange one is not Brazil's problem. Stop crying on the internet and go out in the streets yourself. She needs to lead protests. She can't. She is part of what people are protesting against. Come on, Joker 2 couldn't have been that bad. By the way, is that a fucking David D's illustration? Oh, dude. I can see the fucking lines coming off this one. Wow. She should do this on DC on June 14th. We can compare the crowd with its parade. Libs seeing their second ever crowd. This is just like a Trump protest. Awesome. It's great. I love Blue Sky. It's all like this. Ugh. In an old issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly, I noticed that in a list of the 10 biggest news stories of 9/11, or of 2001, 9/11 came fourth. Number 1 was Sega going third party. Top impacts of 2001. 4. 9/11. Just as American life changed dramatically after the events of September 11th, so too did the video games we play. Some games were canceled while others underwent last-minute changes. 3. Xbox launches. Right after 5, Resident Evil makes jump to GameCube. Oh, okay. I do like the chat. Oh, that Resident Evil 4 jump was actually pretty massive, to be honest. Oh, man. And finally, this is so good. So Trump, this is so weird. Every cabinet meeting the Trump cabinet has starts with like them jacking him off. And I like this one. Pam Bondi is talking about the success of the fentanyl seizures.
Your first 100 days has far exceeded that of any other presidency in this country.
Okay, for this one, you kind of have to watch J.D. Vance also.
Ever. Never seen anything like it. Thank you. Your directive to me was very simple. Make America safe. And despite that, we've still been defending over 200 civil lawsuits filed against you.
All right, he's nodding along. He's eyelinered up.
Top of everything else, I think I'm representing every one of you in this room in some capacity. And no, you will not be arrested by the U.S. Marshals. Over 200 lawsuits, over 50 injunctions. And now we've got multiple cases in front of the Supreme Court, and we don't want to hear about the cases. Show me the fentanyl. Supreme Court president, and we'll continue on with that. I was at DEA yesterday, and they said to me, "You, Donald Trump, have taken the handcuffs off of DEA agents, and as a result of since you have been in office, President Trump, your DOJ agencies have seized more than 22 million fentanyl pills." 3,400 kilos of fentanyl since you've been your last 100 days, which saved, are you ready for this, media? 258 million lives.
Damn, that's crazy. What? 2/3 of America? That's crazy. What? Or alternatively, one really, really high man. Depending on where the pills went. Now watch JD's face for the back half of this.
Which saved, are you ready for this, media? 258 million lives. Kids are dying every day because they're taking this junk laced with something else. They don't know what they're taking. They think they're buying a Tylenol or an Adderall and a Xanax, and it's laced with fentanyl, and they're dropping dead. And no longer because of you, what you've done. ATF, since you've been in office, President,
he's
along
like,
with
shit, I can't be photographed next to her.
DOJ agencies.
You can see the hamster wheel turning. Look, he's just zoning out here. He's just tranced the fuck out for the rest of this.
14,500 guns off the streets. Why aren't people reporting?
Then he comes back. He's like, right. Yeah. It's like 250 million people? No, that's. It's probably the fentanyl. Well, he's been taking it to save millions of American lives. Why is that a W for them? I don't know. Dyer, I couldn't tell you. This shit makes sense. Great. Oh God. All right.